and welcome over to race number, I can't remember because my mind's playing up already. Maybe I'm getting a bit old. And so we're here. Yes, I get the number now. We are race number 18 of season 7, the NR2003 PMU Cup Series. We're here at Texas Motor Speedway, where we're gonna enjoy our lovely horseshoes walking on. So it's gonna be hopefully a great race from there, and God knows, I hope we're gonna have a great race. We'll wait and see. Right, so let's get going. So far the championship the championship point standing seems to be going quite well. And right now, let's take a look at right now. We'll go through the top 10 drivers who are currently in the point standings. So coming up first, Wright Jr. maintains the points lead with 365 points. He still has one win. Hayden also having one win. He's right behind him in second place. And take a look at Sheridan. He's currently tied for the most wins this season. Sheridan he has 3 wins, and he's currently third in the point standings. And Drew Walker is now right behind him in fourth place with a win. And Meeks, Meeks will he's currently fifth at the moment with a win as well. Cameron Sr. with 3 wins, but he's in 6th place. Owen Scott up behind him in 7th. And Xander Howell currently in 8th. He currently has a win, so he seems to be quite comfortable of making up and hopefully make it to the chase. Henry J. Brown, a rookie. He's currently the highest placed rookie in 9th, and behind him another rookie, Jack Halleck, in 10th. Now we have another driver. Well, we have technically 2 other drivers that are still on the spot. They're on a guaranteed spot of making up to the chase. That is 12th place AJ Dewdney. He currently has a win, so that win will comfortably give him a chance guaranteed for a spot. But obviously not yet guaranteed because we've only got 4 races left. So if you can stay around that, around that spot, then hopefully he'll make it to the chase. And also Carl Waters, he's currently in 20th. That's the last spot of the wildcard pack, but he has a win. In fact, he's currently tied 20th place with Tyler Lowell with 190 points, but because Carl Waters has a win, he gets the upper spot, and Tyler Lowell the downer spot. So that means Carl Waters currently holds on just at the very edge of the cutoff, the wildcard cutoff, that with a win, he still has a chance at the moment of making up to the chase. But still though, we're still few races coming after this one before the chase starts. So there we go. So yeah. So Germany, last race was a bit of a boring, more or less, I don't know. So I mean, yeah, but quite luckily enough, Carl Waters was able to win that race in Germany. So his second race win of his career. So that's all I can say, really. Now let's get on with the qualifying session. It is going to be a really exciting one. So everyone, take your pick. Who will qualify on pole?
Drivers to your cars.
And it's going to be Roberto Crown Jr. When did he score his first pole? I have no idea. This could be his first pole. And he's currently up in pole. Cat Rose, another front row star, in second place. Flanders Wilson, up into third. She currently has a win, but she needs to up her game if she wants to stay and hopefully get up into the cutoff race. It is going to be a long road for her to get up to. It will be quite tough for her because we only got 4 races left, so we don't know how Will she progress from there? If she able to make it up to the top 20, then she'll have a guaranteed spot then of making up to the chase. Olivia Reynolds, that will be her best ever start of the race in 4th place. All Black Stross in 5th, David Dixon 6th, Carl Waters 7th, Riley Hill 8th, Nolan Hamilton 9th, and Dylan Hayden 10th. There you go.
And I see that Kynderrick Jr. is starting in 28th.
Jack Halleck and Owen Scott, the 2 contenders, they are down the field. They are in the last 2 places, not a good place they want to be. We'll give everyone a chance to take a look at the standings whilst I'll be right back. Let me get a glass of water and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, this is going to be even more interesting because, well, the only thing that will interest me at the moment is checking a look at how people are reacting on the Discord. So, I'm sure there's going to be some awful reactions going along, so I'll give everyone one last chance to take a look at the bottom standings, and then here we are. Right, let's get going. We are going for 84 laps as usual, so here we go.
Drivers, to your...
Drivers, start your engine.
Hang on, sorry, I missed something.
Driver.
Drivers, start your engines.
And away we go. Wow, this is going to be a nice Texas race here. Hopefully. Things will go really well. It is going to be, I'll say it's going to be an atrocious race because we know how we use our guns. We always create an atrocity. And this is probably what's going to happen here at this particular race.
And usually the races here don't produce great results in really like NASCAR.
It's going to be a challenge for these two. They are contenders, Jack Halleck and Owen Scott. They need to start up a challenge or something. So maybe we might see Daytona style racing here because, well, it is very this track is pretty much known for close racing and stuff like that. So it's going to be quite tricky, but at the same time, it'll be quite challenging for them to get themselves in line to try and master the grip as much as they can possibly can. So here we go. The pace truck pulls in, and away we go. Here in Texas, just the gun shoots to announce the start of the race. Now Roberto Crown Jr. has got the draft from Mrs. Wilson, Mr. Wilson, whoever you call it the name. Founders Wilson, I will call the name. Here comes Wilson on the inside of Roberto Crown Jr. Roberto Crown Jr. gets pushed onto the outside. Going side by side, but Roberto Crown Jr. just respond with an amazing defense for the lead. But Wilson is not giving. Oh my God! Someone just flipped over. Riley Hill got flipped over. Oh my gosh! A shocking incident we just saw right now. I hope everyone is okay. Riley Hill.
Find the ball.
He just spun. He was up in the air at one point. That was crazy.
Oh God, the 5.
What did I just saw? This guy's ran in the air. The start of the race. He got spun. I think he got clipped by Joey Maddox. Sent him in at high speed, but luckily able to slow himself. And he hit David Dixon and Olivia Reynolds and Jameson, I think. I can't remember. The damage might be glitchy on some of the cars. We gotta take a look at the replay.
Yeah, I got a bit tapped on the right side. That means recover.
Who also got hit? Avery Hamilton also lost control. I think he might have had some damage as well. He might be lucky. Maybe a bit of damage or something. He looks almost unscathed. Wait, he's almost unscathed. We gotta take a look at Avery Hamilton. He might have hit the wall, but I think he's almost unscathed. We'll take a look at that. I think Avery Hamilton must have luckily able to keep his car. He bumped onto the rear of Cattle Road, but somehow it appears that his car is just unscathed. Quite a miracle for Avery Hamilton. I think a lot of the cars have not got damaged despite that scare of a wreck. And who else? Olivia Reynolds. We gotta go on board Reynolds. I think she suffered some damage in that collision, which certainly isn't gonna help. She was absolutely losing a lot of speed, a lot of positions, and she got hit. She got hit onto the wall. I don't know how she got clipped or anything. I don't know who clipped her. We're gonna find out later on. We'll find out in a minute. Somehow she lost it. Who was her? Who is it? Let's find out. It was I think it was Riley Hill leading Hill, I think. I don't know. Let's take a look at the rear. It could be Riley Hill as well. That's turned into a bit of a demolition derby at this track of Texas. Well, we all know what Texas is all about. Atrocities. And this is what happened.
No, it was Cat Rose.
Oh yeah, Riley Hill also. Yeah. Reynolds also got victimized in that collision, but luckily she only just tapped the wall. And damage from James Jameson. Not a good one for the 19. Again, probably going to have a bad race for the 19 as well. Well, we'll take a look at Joy Maddox. Joy Maddox was the one who clipped onto the 15 car. Or it could be the rider who got right into the middle. And then basically he had nowhere he basically had no room for him to get out of, and then this happened. We'll go on board and see. There we go, on board.
That was a pretty good line of clean impression.
I don't think many cars got damaged. If you see damage, likely it'll be a glitch. But anyway, we'll go on board Wright Jr.
I got tagged.
Wow, Leland Hill is certainly not going to be happy with his brother being victimized in an awful crash. Oh, let's hope everyone is okay. Everyone else is okay. So as confirmed, Dixon has retired, John Palmer has retired, Kenzie Simmons has retired, and Meeks has retired. What happened to Meeks? I've not seen him. Maybe he might have got victimized, but we'll have to see. Oh, he got damaged. What happened? He might have maybe got involved in that collision. Let's take a look at Meeks. Let's take a look at Meeks and see. Oh, John Palmer literally damaged his front bumper. That's what caused it. Well, sounds like Meeks is going to say, well, he's certainly going to have some heated exchange words to John Palmer. Well, luckily he's out, but of course he's out as well as a result.
Yeah, I've been like getting under the tirade over the Truth podcast, so
anyways, we're going, now we're green already. We are green. Here we are. Where? Flanders Wilson is now in the lead now. Cat Rose as well will take second place behind, in front of Albert Strauss, who will currently hang on to third. There is Rain and Army coming in as well. We'll try and take third place as well. And let's see how everyone else is doing, because we do hope that everyone comes out okay. Oh, Sheridan also got damage as well. Not a good one as well for Sheridan. He certainly doesn't like it. Oh, we got pit stops coming in. What's going on with pit stops now these days? Why haven't they come into the pits on the during the caution? Maybe they must have encountered problems of their own before the race, I guess. Or maybe they've encountered their own during the caution. So, but we've got to take a look anyway. So, anyway, Wilson up in the lead now. Maddox up into second place. Nolo Hamilton will try and take second place from Joey Maddox. This is the guy who actually caused this whole caution to happen. Looks as though everyone's not happy, I guess, because Joey Maddox was the one who literally clipped onto the rear of Riley Hill, causing him onto the wall. In fact, causing him to fly and then hitting the wall and then onto the pack of other cars. And then some cars obviously didn't make it. That was bad. James Jameson also pits. He's also got some damage. Olivia Reynolds also got some damage. And some cars actually pit. Early pit stops for some cars. That's very weird. Some cars are pitting, so it's not only these cars. Tyler will also pit. Drew Walker also pits. So could this be an early pit stop for some cars, I guess? because it looks likely so. And Wilson is on the chase now, and she's right there. Nola Hamilton is now going to try and take that position away, that lead away from Thunder Wilson. Oh, Lean Harvey having a go on Wright Sr. But the lead is still Wilson. Still no cautions of yet. We are still green. Don't panic. Oh! Nola Hamilton gets in front of Flanders Wilson for the lead now. And Ray and Army joins in, and I think Maddox and Roberto Crown Jr. are going to try and join in because they're now getting past, they're now passing James Jameson. Yeah, relax. It's only a glitch. It's only a glitch. Nola Hamilton takes the lead, and ooh, they're going to try and get past Reynolds. Ooh, close one. Sounds like a bit of lady luck from these two now. Oh, Roberto Crown Jr. just got blocked by the 17. 17 obviously got victimized in that collision, but certainly it's not making her day getting any better. And now she's blocking two cars now. Ooh, there's no caution. I repeat, no caution. So, Nola Hamilton is still leading at the moment. And he's getting under pressure by the 23 to try and take the lead back. Will she make it? She's going to try and make it go on the inside, and she does. Swiftly gets past it. She backs up onto the lead. And Crown Jr. is also flying a little bit. He's trying to take his lead back. He started from pole and somehow lost it after the caution. So now Wilson is back on in the 23 car, trying to keep the Ruffman's car alive. Jonah Burr is also trying to make up for lost points. Oh, Jonah Burr is clipped onto the 90 car, but somehow somehow they made it. Oh my gosh, Jonah Burris, what were you doing?
3 wide.
That was a close shot. That was a close shave from the 37. And I think now Nola Hamilton's now clothing in. He's going to try and get past the 23 again. Will he make it? And Roberto Crown Jr. is pushing the 55. And Crown Jr. gets up behind Noel Hamilton now, and both of them now moves up to first and second respectively. Here comes Crown Jr. on the 55. Will he take the lead? Oh, no, he does not. No, Hamilton blocks it. And Wilson's coming back. She's now up in second place now. Oh my goodness me! Free wide for the lead. I just almost caught that last moment. Wow, free wide for the lead. I wasn't really expecting that. And Roberto Crown Jr. is battling out against the 23. Will he take the lead for the first time since the caution? I think he will. Yes, he will. He will get up front and take the lead. And oh my god, there's still battles going on. We gotta take a look at that few, what I call it, it's free wide for the lead. That looks amazing. Let's take a look at that. See, look at that. They were passing each other for the lead. Look at that. Free wide for the lead. Between Noel Hamilton, Xander Wilson, and Roberto Crown Jr. Quite awesome to see. And we're back live. And Noel Hamilton back in the lead. And Wilson will take the spot as well. Jonah Burris joins in as well. And a few other cars will try and join in. Oh, Tyler Wills got damage. And what's up with Drew Walker? They might be catching up to the lappers pretty soon, which could launch them to a new challenge. But only time can tell. A&R she's a lap down actually. Quite sad. It's quite sadly to see. Oh, look at that. They're still going free wide for the lead. Crown Jr. is now up in the lead now. Oh, Wilson and Noel Hamilton gets pushed onto the outside. Not a good place to want to be, but Roberto Crown Jr. maintains that lead as he tries to keep his line straight. Some cars are now losing a bit of grip. They're turning from side to side. Who knows what's going to happen next? Crown Jr. is taken off. Well, it looks like he's increasing his gap for the lead. Well, either they're going to have to fend for themselves to battle themselves together. Vanders Wilson now up in second place still, but we don't know how long they're going to last for.
That O2 is making its way up to the front.
Henry J. Brown is trying to increase his chance of staying in contention for the championship as we progress to the chase in the next few races time. Blake Parker could have he could renew his chances of getting up on in the chase, or let alone maybe in the top 10, because some other drivers like Drew Walker and Tyler Drew Walker one of the contenders, and he's high down the order, and a few others also got caught up, and this could be a chance as well because he's so high up the field.
He's going to be good here at Texas, so maybe he can get a win.
Owen Scott started from last, and he's trying to get up towards the front. He's up into 13th place. Where are a few others? There's Leon Hill, there's Cat Rose who started on the front row of this race.
Pit.
Crown Jr. is still up front. And Miyazaki on the 23 now.
Very wide.
And Roberto Crown Jr. is still leading the race. Evie can get to the end up in front and win the race. This will not only be his first win since back in season 3, I think season 3 Bristol was his last and only win. And not only that, he will also have a more guaranteed spot of progressing to the chase, because now he's in a more comfortable position. If he wins that race, he's in the top 20. So as long as he can maintain that lead, this will be a chance for him. But suddenly we got a lap car coming in, Terry Lowell. So this is certainly going to shake up the field. How will Terry Lowell act alongside the other drivers up front? Only time can tell. As now Roberto Crown Jr. is going to try and master the lap cars now. So Oh, and Leon Hill was progressing in 12th place. He was down the order. He started down the order, and now he's trying to get close towards the front. Hopefully, maybe after a round of pit stops, he could gather his tires and go on all better from there. And there's a battle for the lead between Wilson and Roberto Crown Jr. in front of the lap car. Roberto Crown Jr. got pushed. Oh, who's going to end up in the rear of Tyler Lowell? Tyler Lowell still on the inside, on the outside several times, and these two drivers are gambling. Find out who's going to get front. Roberto Crown Jr. Oh my goodness me. Roberto Crown Jr. got the rear of Tyler Lowell. This is Wilson now up in front. Henry J. Brown joins in on the party. And now, Wilson now alongside the number 9 car. Henry J. Brown battling alongside the 23 car. As they are trying their best to try and have any way of getting past number 9. I think the number 9 would have been more friendly to the 34 due to the fact that it was his teammate. He's his teammate. But here comes, Wilson's getting pushed by the lap car of Tyler Lowell. I think Tyler Lowell's not acting nice on his team at the moment. I don't know what their plans for at the moment, but it seems as though that things are shaken up already as we're closing into the first round of pit stops. Wilson now takes off with a bigger lead, but the rest of them are going to get blocked by Tyler Lowell, the lap car. And there's a group of them trying to get through. Still to no avail. I don't know how this is going to work out. And Crown Jr. Here comes Crown Jr. He now pushes the 9 out of the way, taking the 34 with him. Here comes Crown Jr. on the 23 now. Will he get past? He does get past. And I think Tyler Lowell's now switching from enemy to teammate. He gives 34 a bit of a drive on the 23, but still no way of getting past the 23 car. Will Tyler Lowell do something that could shake up the front of the field? Crown Jr. up in the lead. Or are there going to be pit stops? Looks as though Roberto Crown Jr. is pitting. There he goes. He's going for an early pit stop. But Wilson stay out and a few others stay out. A few other cars have already come in. So things are looking good at the moment. But what's going to happen to Wilson? Because she is staying out. Varder stays out. Strauss stays out. Benalla stays out. Jonah Burris stays out. I think Blake Parker also stay out. But anyway, let's see what's going to happen to the 23 car. They're now trying to get up front. So it's going to be a thing of watching out, because it is about to get all boiling down here of who is going to make it up front at the end of the round of pit stops. Hey, where is Crown Jr.? They're supposed to be coming. There they are. They're coming right now. So where would the 23 end up? They are coming. It's going to be close. Oh, she doesn't make it for the lead. She's down into third. Henry J. Brown and Roberto Crown Jr. up in the lead now. Oh, Owen Scott, Miyazaki, they've got better advantages because of pit stops. They got better tires down here. I think it's because Wilson is trying to warm up her tires, which could be why she's getting slower at one point, and now she's getting caught up with the two. Both are, in fact, I think they are former teammates of CTM. Miyazaki in a BPE car and Owen Scott in an actual CTM car. Oh, and Strauss joined in! Whoa! Oh my goodness me! Things are getting riskier for these competitors. Now Miyazaki and Scott have also gone past Vander Wilson and also Waters as well. So I think Wilson is now having a bit of dip in form at the moment. She was on a lucky shot during the first leg of the race, and now, at the moment, probably due to the fact that she's not able to get her tires done on time, so she's now going to have to settle for around 6th place at the moment. But don't rule out just yet, because we're still less than 40 laps to go. No, less than 30 laps to go. And Henry G. Brown is opting to finally win a race. He was so close to winning Atlanta until AJ Dewdney passed him on the last lap, on the last very bend, and now Owen Scott, no, sorry, Roberto Crown Jr. is right behind him, and this could be indeed a challenge. What's going on? Why am I dropping my mic again? We're on lap 59. And Crown Jr. is up in front of Henry J. Brown. He's now in the lead. Henry J. Brown is not giving up. He's going to try. He's going to try and go on the inside, but still to no avail. Jameson comes in. He had a really early pit stop, so that's also going to hurt him. Oh, Hayden Hill. He's certainly climbing up towards the front. We don't know how he's going to progress. We might see him. Let's take a look at his lap times at the moment. He is faster than some of the cars up front, so there's a possibility he could challenge up towards the front. Just a possibility. Because take a look at his last laps. I think there's a good chance he might get up towards the front. Because look at him, he's hungry down there. And with all his help, with his drafting, he's finally going to try and progress even further from there. So watch out for Leading Hill, he might be catching up. And Roberto Crown Jr. and Henry J. Brown gets past the lap car of Drew Walker. And Varda's up into third, last race winner. And Lean Hill seems to be on the chase. Let's take a look. Or in fact, let's take a look at the helicopter cam. We've got nice views of the Texas circuit as we go along on the helicopter cam. Now I think Lean Hill is going to try and go for 62 now. I think he's got Blake Parker. Oh, Blake Parker and Dewdney. I think they're trying to form a train of three and get past 62. Look at them go. Lean Hill is going to go for third place now. What is he thinking? He's acting like a Max Verstappen down there, going from one place to another. He's climbing up pretty well, and he's keeping control of his car and using a lot of defense as much as he can possibly can. Look at Leading Hill. He's climbing up. He is climbing up, literally climbing up. All he needs to do is to get away from the rest of the field. We've got 21 laps to go, and still anything can happen in the next 20 laps. Oh, and there's still a battle for the lead between Henry J. Brown and Roberto Crown Jr. This could be still a two-car race unless other cars can get back, can catch up with them, which doesn't seem, he's getting slimmer of any chance for them to get back towards the lap car. But Leland Hill, get back towards the leaders. Leland Hill is literally climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing. Look at him. And he's somewhat getting away from the rest of the field, which somehow, I guess, this is the one to watch. Henry J. Brown still up front, but Drew Walker is joining in. I think there's a good chance to tell that their performance is starting to slow down a little bit in terms of times and the way they manage their tires. It looks like that they're going to start to lose grip from then on. So here comes Crown Jr. on the 34. They're going to have to hold. They need to hold their breath if they want to stay up in the lead, because I think Leading Hill might be coming towards them right now. The gap is significantly decreasing. If we take a look at his last lap now, and he's got car borders alongside him. We'll keep an eye on that. In fact, Henry J. Brown is slower than some of the cars up front. So still though, there might be a good chance for them to get towards the front, as Roberto Crown Jr. continues to lead, but still with Henry J. Brown alongside him. Barter's up in third, still Dewdney fourth. He's on a guaranteed spot for progressing onto the chase. I think Lean Hill's form is starting to dip now as well, probably due to the amount of tires it's been using. And now Olivia Reynolds joined in for team lap cars, but no, the battle is gonna go to the leading cars, as now they're able to get front. Roberto Crown Jr. increasing the gap a little bit from the 34. Now they've got two buffer cars back right behind them in case if others catch up to them. But the gap is still decreasing a little bit, to say the least. Jack Halleck in 24th place. This could mean he could lose his top 10 spot, which will mean the chances of him being in the championship will be in limbo. I think it will be, because Roberto Crown Jr. is literally progressing. He's right behind Jack Halleck, I think. So if he wins that race, then likely enough he'll be in the top 10. Henry J. Brown back into the lead, but still getting put up with lap cars around him. The gap is decreasing. Vardas is now the one on the charge now, as we are going to 13 laps to go. Andrew Walker giving Crown Jr. a bit of a push again, and he pushes back up towards the lead. Henry J. Brown is still not giving up. And I think a bit of a delay because of the lap car of Olivia Reynolds. Now Roberto Crown Jr. can breathe a little bit because he's got Drew Walker behind him. That's the lap car. So he's got a bit of advantage. Some bit of protection from his lead from Henry J. Brown, who still isn't giving up and trying to take the lead back or trying to battle against him. And yeah, the gap is increasing now between second place Henry J. Brown and Kyle Vardas. Oh, and Drew Walker is going to break the cover and try and outlap Roberto Crown Jr. again. Roberto Crown Jr. Oh, Henry J. Brown is coming right now. Oh my goodness, free wide. Free wide, oh my gosh, free wide. It's getting closer and closer. Look at Henry J. Brown. He's holding on to that inside line. And Roberto Crown Jr., what is he going to do? He blocks him from getting anywhere past him. There is no longer any breathing space for Roberto Crown Jr. and he's got to get away, but not yet still. Henry J. Brown, oh my goodness me, Drew Walker getting close. What is he thinking, Drew Walker? What is he thinking of the world champion right now? Why is he messing up with the laser from? Does he have anything better to do other than to just mess up the leaders? Can he just slow down and just let them be so that they could do what they want or battle with each other like what they should do? That's the whole entire core of racing. And now he is now in the middle of the pack once again with Roberto Crown Jr. up front. What else has got to do? Is he going to try and mess them up again? Or is it because of the speed? Is it? And now look at this. And Wilson is now trying to get back, trying to get closer now. We might not have time left. Yeah, the gap is still stable. There's no way they're going to catch up to the top two cars.
Watching now in the race.
Four laps to go. So, this could be the final battle. So, the final battle. When will it start? Or are they going to stay like this for the rest of the race? We're now coming to 2 laps to go. The penultimate lap of the race. And Roberto Crown Jr. only needs to get past Drew Walker for him to give him any more guarantee of a win. But he doesn't get past. So the best thing he needs to do is hold on to that lead as we're coming up to the last lap of the race. Roberto Crown Jr.'s streak is set to be broken, but all he needs to do is defend that position from a hard, hungry, charging Henry J. Brown. He's closing a little bit. Will it be enough? Not yet. Will it be one last chance of a last lap pass? No, it does not. It's not going to be enough. So Roberto Crown Jr. will cross the line to win his first race since season 3 here at Texas. And his first win as well for the team. And another Chevy as well. Chevy must be really good at winning races at this track. It may not be CTM's day, but hey, it's still Chevy's day. But Roberto Crown Jr. seemed to have given all his got with a win here at Texas. So now he's got a guaranteed spot of winning the championship as he hopefully progresses to the chase alongside the others. Henry J. Brown, another second place for him. Owen Scott from last place to third place. Another hard charging day, hard working day for the 36 car. And Carl Butters will also have a guaranteed spot of progressing to the chase. Now that he's fourth, he's got big points to score. Blake Parker as well could also be in the top 10 as well to hopefully move on to the chase. He's in 5th. Wilson Flanders in 6th. We don't know how this could be a huge points game for her. Hopefully we'll see how this will shake up the point standings for her. Albrecht Stroth, another top 10 finish. Dewdney in 8th. Benalla 9th. And Miyazaki 10th. Lean Hill 11th. Wright Jr. 12th. Burridge 13th. Alijo 14th. Maddox 15th. Avery Hamilton 16th. Nola Hamilton 17th. Lola Churnside 18th. Solomon Sheridan 19th. Dylan Hayden 20th. Ray Ayanami 21st. Cam Wright Sr. 22nd. Cat Ruth 23rd. Jack Halleck 24th. Drew Walker 25th. Tari Lowell 26th. James Jameson 27th. And Olivia Reynolds 28th. Will run up all the point scorers. And the rest, well, you know where you are, so here you go. Well, there you go. Now, let's move on to the fastest lap. And it's going to be Avery Hamilton, 27.743. Well, that's a fairly quiet race since that first lap caution. So, let's wrap up the stream straight away because I'm very tired. Gotta go to sleep. And I'm very eager to see how the season will progress from there. As we move on, I think, to the Daytona road cars. This is going to be interesting. Last race was quite crazy. We have lots and lots of cautions and also an unexpected winner. That's right. Ryan Army broke her 100 race winless streak to win at the Daytona road cars. Let's hope how this will progress in that race as we go there next race, and I will confirm that in just a few moments. that is Daytona Road Course, and it is going to be Daytona Road Course. So there we go. So thank you everyone, and I guess I shall sign off. And so once again, thank you everyone for watching this race, and hopefully I will see you all at the Daytona Road Course. We'll be there back on the track very, very, very soon.